Coney Island, Brooklyn. For many, it's famous for its boardwalk and roller coasters. But for one kid, it was where a dream began. Sebastian Telfair grew up on these streets. He dribbled, he hustled, he believed basketball could take him to a whole new world. And for a while, it did. He made it all the way to the NBA. But that journey didn't end with a fairy tale. Tonight on Behind the Whistle, we dive into the rise, the fall, and the shocking return of Sebastian Telfair. Born in 1984 in Brooklyn, Sebastian Telfair grew up in the tight-knit but challenging environment of the Coney Island housing projects. Basketball wasn't just a game, it was the way out. He attended Abraham Lincoln High School, where he became a legend. Scouts flocked to see him, magazines covered him. At one point, he was considered one of the top high school players in the entire country. He was even featured on the cover of Slam magazine, a symbol of his status as one of NYC's most electrifying young talents. Despite a commitment to the University of Louisville, Telfair made a bold decision. He declared for the NBA draft straight out of high school. In 2004, Telfair was selected 13th overall in the NBA draft by the Portland Trail Blazers. It was the start of a decade-long journey through the league. He played for multiple teams, Blazers, Suns, Celtics, among others, carving out a role as a steady point guard. But while he made it to the league, he never became a superstar. His career, though respectable, didn't match the sky-high expectations from his high school days. Soon, Telfair's life off the court began to spiral. In 2006, he was involved in a troubling incident. His chain, worth an estimated $50,000, was stolen outside Sean Diddy Combs' restaurant in New York City. And in April 2007, he was arrested after a traffic stop revealed a loaded .45 caliber handgun in his car. He later pleaded guilty to criminal possession of a weapon and was placed on probation. Somewhere along the way, the money started slipping away. Telfair has stated he earned nearly $19 million during his NBA tenure. But legal issues, a messy divorce, and financial mismanagement began to drain his resources.
Love to do. I always thought that my life would continue to go up and I would just have a sweet retirement and be able to raise my kids. And somebody told me I was going to end up back in the projects. I would have never believed anyone, not for 1 minute.
Ended up getting locked up in 2017, licensed firearms and all that BS, going through my divorce, and now, sheesh.
Fighting the feds, and my divorce affected my finances. Now I gotta run around broke.
Eventually, he made the difficult, almost symbolic decision to move back to his old neighborhood. The very same housing projects in Coney Island, where he once dreamed of escaping, back to the project, and he said, back to where it all began. In 2021, Telfair was indicted along with 17 other former NBA players for allegedly defrauding the NBA's health and welfare benefit plan. The claim, they submitted false invoices seeking reimbursement for medical and dental expenses that allegedly never happened. He pled guilty in March 2023 to conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud and wire fraud. Despite initially avoiding prison, being sentenced to probation and restitution, Telfair later violated the terms of his supervised release by failing to report to the U.S. Probation Office, not completing court order community service, not securing legitimate employment, and not adequately paying the restitution order by the court. On June 26, 2025, Judge Valerie Caproni sentenced him to 6 months in federal prison for the violations. In interviews, Telfair has expressed frustration with the court's requirements and the system, arguing that the money he received was his own and that the probation conditions, such as finding a conventional job, were difficult for someone in his position to meet. Court records and official statements maintain that a significant amount of restitution remains unpaid, and therefore she sentenced him to federal prison. So here he is, back where he started, but not quite the same. For Telfair, returning to the projects feels like both a punishment and a second chance. In conversations, he's honest. He's lost a lot, but he's still standing. He's spoken about using his story to help other young men learn from his mistakes, duplicate his wins and avoid his losses. In short, to help others. He wants to be more than just a cautionary tale. His life is a stark reminder. Making it out is one thing, staying out is another. Talent opens the door, but it doesn't shelter you from real-life consequences. Sebastian Telfair's journey might not be over yet, but what he's experienced thus far can surely provide a blueprint on what life can be, both for the good and for the bad. Sebastian Telfair's story is complicated. It's about talent and opportunity, yes, but also about choices, responsibility, and consequence. Thanks for watching this episode of Behind the Whistle. If you found this story meaningful, hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. So do you think he can turn things around from here?